What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing the review of Manchester City's away victory at Stamford Bridge by 1-0 against Chelsea. Before I do crack on with this video though, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then do subscribe to my channel, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Plenty more Manchester City content to come, including daily Manchester City transfer updates rolling throughout the January winter transfer window. Also, don't forget as well, social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. TikTok link also in the description too if you want to go and follow me on there. Email also in the description if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. It's a City victory, a decent win away from home. 200 likes to celebrate. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Most importantly, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What went right? What went wrong? What can City do to improve going into our next match, which so happens to be against Chelsea again on Sunday in the FA Cup third round? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Finally, this video is sponsored and it's brought to you by OneFootball. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. Thank you very much to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. Go and check them out. Links and details there in the description. So let's crack on with this video, and let's speak first about the big talking points, which is the team selection. Manchester City making some big calls. Kyle Walker, João Cancelo, they've played 0 minutes since November for Manchester City, getting chucked into the deep end here, not even made substitute or cameo appearances, just chucked into the deep end, then taken off at half-time in what was a very lacklustre performance by Manchester City first half. Cancelo, Walker, a little bit inactive. I thought Foden, a little bit inactive. You can probably tell who the sharper players are for Manchester City, and it did pay dividends for Manchester City in the second half by bringing on some fresh legs, players that are sharp, players that have been playing the last 2 or 3 games for Manchester City, and it told for City in the difference in the end. And so it'll be interesting to see our team selection now on Sunday against Chelsea, whether we change things up or whether we stick with Cancelo and Walker to try and give them more minutes, because quite frankly the only way they're going to improve and get up to the level that is required of them is to be sharp, and the only way you get match sharpness is having more and more minutes. So in my opinion, I'll be starting them in the next game against Chelsea too, and if it's not working, do the same as what we've done today and bring them on, the important players on in the second half, the sharp players if needed. But other than that, no real surprises there for Manchester City in the starting 11. It looked a little bit disjointed for City, as I was expected to see Bernardo Silva going out wide. He didn't. It was João Cancelo that went out wide for Manchester City. I was expected to see De Bruyne sitting a little bit deeper. He's acting more as a second striker. It kind of made Phil Foden redundant in the first half. City found no way of getting him involved. Rodri, Gundogan were just chasing shadows at times. And by half-time, I actually felt that Chelsea looked more likely to score and they looked like the better team. City, though, had a couple of good minutes towards the end of the half, created their first opportunity and their only opportunity of the first half, threaded through a ball to Erling Haaland, takes it on his left foot and hits it over the crossbar. The only other attempt City had in the first half was an Ilkay Gundogan effort, which was always going to go wide because he was surrounded by 3 players, so there was no way, if it was on target, it was ever going to go towards the goal. So a very poor performance first half by Manchester City, and Chelsea looked well up for it, showing they're giving City no space, looking very tight at the back and having a bit of creativity there. And considering they suffered setbacks early on with Sterling and Pulisic having to go off, I thought Chelsea adapted themselves really well into the game first half, and Chukwuemeka looked decent, hitting the post for Chelsea in the first half with a good run forward, but not having ultimately enough on it to get it past Ederson and find the back of the net. And I think that was the story really of the first half, which was there were some opportunities there, but neither team were clinical and neither team were putting anything of note on target to worry either keeper. And at half-time went in at 0-0. That's when Manchester City decide actually it's not working what we've got on display, and we're going to revert back to how we've been playing against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup and against Leeds United a few days ago, and also against Everton. It didn't work out in finding that killer second goal, and we dropped points against Everton, but we did find that all-important first goal. And Pep Guardiola was speaking, saying it wasn't a poor performance against Everton. There was opportunities. It's just Manchester City didn't take them, and ultimately Everton had that one chance, one goal, and it was enough to get the job done. And Man City have shown actually here with this 1-0 victory, they are capable of keeping a clean sheet. So I'm happy to be proven wrong, and I was happy. Akanji looked very settled when he came on in the second half. John Stones was brilliant. Nathan Ake was brilliant for Manchester City. So it's nice to see a settling back three there for City, with the injuries to Emerick Laporte, who failed the fitness test in the build-up to this game, could be available on Sunday, and Ruben Diaz, who isn't expected back for another 2 or 3 weeks for Manchester City. I think the big questions are, will Cancelo and Walker get given the nod? Is there a way of making both of them happen on the pitch while we're playing this back three? And I'm not too sure it is. And how comfortable did Rico Lewis look when he came on for Manchester City, becoming a seasoned professional, which is really good to see. Now, one concern I had from this game, that I took away from this game, is we found no way of getting Erling Haaland involved. Erling Haaland had one good opportunity. He was sliding across to try and make something happen. Didn't have many touches. Wasn't really involved in this game. Chelsea's defence sitting very tight to Erling Haaland, that he wasn't really given any space to manoeuvre with. And Thiago Silva and Kalidou Koulibaly, two very seasoned centre-backs, two very good experienced centre-backs, keeping Erling Haaland quiet and doing a good job on that. So that is something for City, I think, to think about on Sunday. And Julian Alvarez, unused substitute here, I'd be chucking him on. He did a brilliant job in the Carabao Cup against Chelsea, caused a nuisance to them, so I'd be chucking him on in that match in the FA Cup. Looking out wide, Grealish and Mahrez, the difference for Manchester City today. Lovely ball from Jack Grealish, squared across, and a good tap in for Riyad Mahrez. And it'll do both them players the world of good with a bit of confidence there, and in my opinion in a good position to be starting against Chelsea on Sunday as well, in what I'm expecting to see two very strong teams on Sunday for that cup game, as these two teams going toe for toe. Let's not forget, today and on Sunday is a repeat of the 2021 Champions League final. So we're looking at two very experienced, two very good teams going toe for toe. But this win for Manchester City means that gap at the top of the Premier League. Before these games came about, we were 7 points behind Arsenal. They drew against Newcastle. They were 8 points clear of us with pressure on Manchester City. We picked up a brilliant win in West London. We're 5 points behind Arsenal. We've got huge games coming up against Manchester United away next weekend, and also a huge game coming up against Tottenham Hotspur in the midweek after. I think it's on the 19th of January. Am I right? Yeah, 19th of January. Huge games coming up. If City can win both them games, halfway stage takes us on to 45 points. We'd be on course for 90 points, and I think 90 points is enough to win the Premier League this season. So City could be right on track with a couple of good victories, and the battle starts today, in my opinion. It starts today. This is the turnaround for Manchester City. We've got that all-important 3 points. Boy, do we need to build on that. And I'm pretty happy now. We've got a couple of cup games to let the dust settle before we have a really good go next weekend in the Manchester derby at Old Trafford against Manchester United. Good victory this for Manchester City though today. Good solid performance. John Stones, Nathan Ake, brilliant. Grealish, Mahrez, the difference for Manchester City today. Rodri, Gundogan put in a really good shift for City too. We even saw some minutes for Calvin Phillips. Let that one digest. So there we go. They're my thoughts. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated. 200 likes. It's a City victory, a solid victory on the road, West London, Stamford Bridge against Chelsea. What is not to like about that? Leave a thumbs up. 200 likes is the aim. Also, don't forget as well to subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Also, don't forget as well, social media links. They're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. TikTok link also in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. Email also in the description if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Finally, do go and check out today's video sponsor, OneFootball. Link is in the description. OneFootball will keep you up to date with all of the latest football news, transfer news throughout the whole of January for all clubs around the world, including that of Manchester City, as well as all the latest scores, results, statistics, live league tables, live commentary, and all of your good footballing needs. Go and check out OneFootball. Link is in the description. Thank you very much to them for sponsoring this video. And I'll see you all again for the build-up for the next Chelsea game at the weekend in the FA Cup at the Etihad Stadium. So I'll see you for that. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. 3 points, 5 points behind. We're playing catch-up. Arsenal, we're coming. We're coming. Thanks for watching. I've been JSGC. Peace. Ciao for now.